Welcome everyone to the first podcast that I'm going to be doing from now on, hopefully every week. I aim to get these out every week. Hopefully we're going to be having a guest on every week, and today we have Ben, aka the DC TV show. Thanks for coming on, Ben, this week.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so if you guys remember last year, around this time last year, in fact, it was actually this very week last year, I remember. Around this time last year, this is when I started my DCTV podcasts. So this is when we were just talking about the DC TV shows, The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends. We're still going to be doing that, but also I want to be talking about other stuff as well, like Marvel stuff, the movies, etc. I don't want to just be focusing on the DC TV stuff as well. I want to broaden it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And today, because of course a special movie came out this week, or in fact for at the time of me recording this podcast, it's been out in UK and other countries but not in the USA, and that is of course Venom, the very controversial Venom. You've seen it as well, Ben. You've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So that's what we're going to be talking about first. So we both saw it yesterday, yeah. So what do you think about the movie?
Okay. I personally, when I went into this film, I was very excited because I love Venom from the animated series. Like, I grew up watching him, and also the comics a little bit as well. And however, the reason why I was mostly excited was because Tom Hardy was playing Venom. I love Tom Hardy. Loving Inception, Dunkirk, Dark Knight Rises, Legend. There's so many things, and so my anticipation levels were high, and I really enjoyed this film. I was laughing basically the entire way. It was very funny. It was, pretty good CGI. It basically was a fun film, and I had a good time. And yes, there is some weak points like the Life Foundation, and I think the supporting characters lacked, but it was like Tom Hardy as Venom, as Eddie, that made the film very enjoyable and very fun. Yes, I do have criticisms, but also I have like different aspects that I really loved about the film, mainly in my enjoyment with it. So yeah, that's like.
Interesting. So yeah, I saw it as well yesterday. I'm probably gonna see it again sometime next week. I'm not sure, but yeah, I thought I sent out a tweet yesterday saying that the film, the critics are definitely giving it a hard time. That's what I thought, and that although I do agree with some things that they say, I still pretty much enjoyed the movie overall. Even though, don't get me wrong though, I'm still very much against the idea of doing Venom without Spider-Man, because for me that was just stupid. The whole reason Venom exists is because of Spider-Man, and for Sony to make a movie without without having the symbiote being part of Spider-Man first before going to Eddie Brock, I just, I'm still against that they did that. But nonetheless, with what they did, I thought it was okay. They they did better than what people thought they were gonna do, in my opinion. That's what I thought. Like you said, Tom Hardy, he was the standout, and for me, yeah, he was the standout in that movie. I think that's why I liked the movie so much, because Tom Hardy, I liked the relationship between Eddie and Venom. I feel like Tom Hardy played it very well, and I definitely think the cast, like the supporting cast, weren't as strong as Tom Hardy. So that's what I think about Venom as of right now, but that may change when I see it maybe next week or so.
Just touching on what you were saying, I personally wasn't too bothered that Spider Man wasn't in the film. Yes, I grew up with Spider Man and Venom, but I think for me, it was the fact that Tom Hardy was leading this film. I don't need Tom Holland to be in it because Tom Hardy, I love Tom Holland, but Tom Hardy is such a good actor. I don't need Spider Man in it personally because I know he can carry the film. And I just feel like the way they were going with it didn't seem like it fit for Spider-Man. I don't know, that's just me. But personally, like I love when Spider-Man and Venom are together. But for me, I felt like I don't think it would have worked as well if there was Spider-Man as well, because it's all about Venom. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not like against the idea of having Spider-Man or not having Spider-Man in the Venom film as of right now.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Like for me, it didn't necessarily have to be Tom Holland's Spider Man, but just
Yeah,
any any Spider Man. Like it has to be Peter Parker Spider Man before. And I wouldn't actually say that he needed to be in Venom. My point is that this version of Venom should have happened after whatever version of Spider-Man came before this, whatever version of Spider-Man we had, wears the black suit, but where's the symbiote? That's just my argument. That's why it doesn't necessarily have to be Tom Holland,
yeah,
Yeah. But anyway, overall, for what we got, the direction that they went in, like the origins of the symbiote, I think that it's possible for me. Like it's not too like I can accept it. Like if we don't get Spider Man, then this is I will accept this. So definitely I gave the movie a 7 out of 10. I've been debating, is that a bit too high or is it just fine? It's definitely not too. It's definitely not too low because it's definitely not above a 7 for me. But yeah, so I asked you this question on Twitter. You said you gave it a 6.5 or something out of 10, didn't you?
yeah. The reason why I would give it a six is I don't know if you've seen this, but I've had a list the entire year, and I go to cinema like basically every day. I've
Yeah,
seen over 50 films. So compared, this is coming from the perspective of seeing a shit ton of films this year.
yeah,
That's why it would be a six rather than say a seven.
fair
If
enough.
you understand where I'm coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah. I get what I mean. Like you, like when I was in university earlier this year, like I was literally going to cinema literally every week, like 2 times or so a week. Um, when Infinity War came out, how many times did I see it? 6 times in the cinema. Went to see it 6 times.
Millions,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, 6 times. So as of right now, that's the most times I've been to the cinema to see one movie. To see, yeah,
Then the
yeah.
most times I've been is this year as well. I went to see. I've seen loads of films with like three times, but this year I went to see a film called Leave No Trace four times, which is an independent film. I just love it so much.
And that was in
But I
and that
saw Infinity War twice.
or twice. So the Leave No Trace that was in the cinema, was it?
Yeah,
I've never heard of
four
it.
times.
Oh, never heard of it. So is any good?
Yeah, it's so good. I love it. It's my second favorite film. Yeah,
What's your first?
a film called Green Book. It's not out yet. It's playing at film festivals right now. I went to a film festival.
Okay,
It's
okay,
got Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen.
okay. Seems like you like independent films.
I love superhero films, but I I I really enjoy like a proper drama or like a thriller or horror or anything like that. I
Uh,
love so many films. So
uh,
yeah,
don't talk to me about horror. I can't do horror. I can't do horror. That's one movie genre that I refuse to watch. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we've discussed Venom. So now we're going to be sticking onto the Marvel topic for the time being before we move on to the DC stuff. So earlier today at because we're recording this podcast is not going to be released until maybe a day or so after. But today, at the time of us recording this video, the trailer for Daredevil season 3 literally dropped a few hours ago, and oh my goodness. Have you seen do you watch Daredevil, by the way?
oh yeah, I love Daredevil.
You love Okay, have you seen the new trailer? Wait, what was that?
I saw it.
Oh, you saw
It's
it.
really
Oh,
good.
oh, oh yeah. Okay. Like when I because I was just on YouTube, yeah, and and I saw a video on my recommended feed, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, the trailer's out, so I had to just quickly go to it, and yeah, when I saw that trailer, oh my, like it was one of the best trailers for the Netflix shows. Not It's not one of the best trailers I've ever seen, but for out of all the Marvel Netflix shows we've had, this is one of my favorite trailers for the Netflix shows. So what do you think
It sure
about
is.
yeah, what do you think about this trailer?
Oh, it's really awesome. I love that we're getting Kingpin. I really enjoyed him in season one. And it's good to see that he's back, and obviously he's been mentioned and different things like that. I haven't watched it in a while, but I love the direction they're going with this season, with him sort of going a lot darker, going back to the sort of old Matt Murdock, but
Yeah.
like I feel like it's even darker, and I think the action scenes look epic, and I'm not up to date on the other Marvel Netflix shows right now on the new seasons of like Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and I'm halfway through Jessica Jones season two. I just have no time at the moment to watch all of that. But this show and The Punisher are my favourite, so I'm just like so excited. This trailer got me so excited for it coming very soon.
I agree with you. Like, for me, Daredevil and Punisher, they're the best by far out of all of them. And what you were saying about Iron Fist season two that you haven't watched it yet, I would strongly encourage you to watch Iron Fist season two because it's a significant improvement upon season one. Have you watched season one?
Yeah, I personally, I think I enjoyed it a lot more than a lot of people. I enjoyed
Yeah.
the supporting characters a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't total garbage. It for me, it's definitely the worst Marvel Netflix show, but it's not. It's I still enjoyed it. Yeah, so that's what I would say about
I
season.
think, yeah, I think Luke Cage is my least favorite. I just got a bit bored. I don't know.
Fair enough. With Luke Cage, like it's either you don't like it or you love it. Because for me, I've never seen
Yeah,
someone in between. Like I know some people that love the show, and I know some people who just don't like it. So
yeah,
I don't know what it is. Like I don't know why. For me, I feel that Luke Cage is the most divided. It's the most split, in my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
I personally enjoyed Luke Cage season one, like the first half, so much with Mahershala Ali.
yeah,
But then when he died, it went downhill for me.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. And that's why I would say, as a whole, Luke Cage season two was better than season one, but the first half of Luke Cage season one was better than the whole of Luke Cage season two,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
right.
Yeah, that's how I would judge it based on the seasons. Um, but yeah, Daredevil and Punisher, they're definitely the best two Marvel Netflix shows, and I'm just so hyped for season three of Daredevil. And this is going to lead into the next topic that we're going to discuss, which is we'll get to that in a minute. But regarding Daredevil, like at the end, they didn't specifically say who he is, but I'm pretty sure that that was Bullseye at the very end. What do you think?
Yeah, there were rumors going around that Bullseye was the villain. I'm actually not too familiar with the character, but considering I heard all the rumors and everything like that, I'll probably have to do some reading up on his character because I'm more familiar with other ones.
Yeah,
But I'm guessing it's him due to all the rumors and all the stuff I've seen online.
yeah,
So I don't know. Maybe you're better at answering this part.
yeah. For me, I think it is Bullseye because, like you said, the rumors and everything. And for me, I've been clamoring to have Bullseye since as long as I can remember. Because Bullseye, I like him. He's in my top 20 Marvel villains. I'll say top 20, top 10. I'm not sure if it's top 10, but definitely in the top 20 Marvel villains. So yeah, I've been clamoring to have him on the show for so long now. I've read him in the comics. He's good in the comics. Um, I watched him when he was in, the Daredevil movie. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. What did you watch that movie by the Daredevil movie?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah,
But it was a while ago. It's sort of glimmers in my mind.
yeah. The same with that. I know. Yeah, I know bits and pieces. I can't remember literally everything, but I remember some key stuff. I know that obviously Bullseye and Kingpin were there, just like they're gonna be in this season of Daredevil. So, like, is the question is though, will he be the main villain or will it be Kingpin as the main villain again? That's the question though. I'm not sure about that one.
I don't think it's gonna be Kingpin. I think he's gonna be a big character,
Yeah.
but I doubt they would go for him to be the main villain like in season three. I think if they're gonna do that, they're gonna bring him into the season, use him quite a lot, but I don't think it would be the overarching villain because he was in season one. I think if they're gonna do that, they would do that in like season five or something, like similar to like the Flash, and how I don't think the Reverse Flash is going to be the main villain again till like later seasons because you come in at that point. I don't think you can do it so quickly after you've done your season. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what I mean. Wait, so you think the Reverse Flash is gonna be the big bad again?
At one point, I do think
You
with
think so?
the 2024 thing.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, okay, we'll get to that when we talk about the Flash.
Yeah.
But so this leads on to the next topic, which is which. Okay, in my notes, I actually had which CW show are you most hyped for? But I'm gonna change this question now to which show out of all the comic book shows that are coming out, this season, which one are you most hyped for?
That's hard. Last season I would have said Supergirl because I love what I was seeing, but season four, I don't know the way it's going. It just doesn't appeal to me as much as like Rain and everything. So in regards to like all the different TV shows and comic books, I'd say The Flash because I was disappointed with season four,
Mm.
but I think that's why my hopes are so high because I was disappointed. But the thing that I loved about season four was the Nora stuff that we briefly got, and the fact that she's going to be around a lot really excites me. And I hope it's darker, and the trailer seemed like it's a bit darker. And yeah, so the Flash for me.
Fair enough. Like I literally answered this question on my Twitter like about an hour or two ago. Um, so let me get it up again. What did I say? Yeah, so here we go. So in order, so I have number one, my number one being Daredevil season three. I don't know what it is about that season that I'm so hyped for, but I'm just so hyped for that season. Then coming up in number two, we have Arrow season seven. The reason being Arrow season seven is my most hyped CW show, is because out of all the CW shows, which is of course Arrow, The Flash, Legends, Black Lightning, and Supergirl, Arrow has been the most intriguing leading up to season seven, if you know what I mean. So they, I think that season seven of Arrow left us with the most mysteries, if you know what I mean. And yeah, and the build up to Arrow season seven as well has been very great. Like the trailers have been spectacular. Like for me, the trailers for the Flash, Black Lightning, Supergirl, Legends, they've literally have not excited me at all. Maybe the Flash a tiny bit, but after that tiny bit, there's nothing really much to look forward to, sorry, for me regarding the Flash. And regarding Black Lightning, Legends, and Supergirl, like I barely know anything that's gonna that to look forward to in those seasons. So that's why so that's why in the tweet that I said Daredevil season one, Daredevil season three, number one, Arrow season seven, number two, The Flash season five, number three, and then joint fourth, Black Lightning, Legends, and Supergirl. The reason why they're joint fourth is because I literally couldn't pick because they didn't have anything that really excited me to separate them.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so if I were gonna order them, I'd say The Flash season five because I was disappointed, looking forward to Nora, things like that. And then I would probably go Titans because personally I'm really excited for the show. I love the Teen Titans. I love them in the comics, in the animated shows. I mean, in the animated films, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And then after Titans, I would I'd probably say Supergirl, due to the fact that I love Supergirl,
Yeah, of
even though
course, everyone
this
know.
season doesn't appeal as much to me.
Mm.
And then Legends because of Constantine, and then Daredevil and Arrow at like the same thing. The reason why Arrow's lower than most people's lists is because yeah, the trailers were good. I just didn't feel like they gave that much away. I don't know. They give little plot points, but it's not like when I saw the Prometheus trailer. When they were at Comic Con, premiering the season 5 trailer. I was crazy hyped for that because it looked so cool. I just feel like the prison stuff we've done that with Barry, and I'm not so sure about it. I know it's gonna have like some awesome fight scenes, reuniting different characters. I just feel like I've done that.
Yeah,
And Daredevil, I'm super excited, but I haven't watched it in a long time, so maybe that's why it's lower.
fair enough, fair enough. I hear what you mean. And regarding what you said about Titans, again, like when I sent out another tweet on a few minutes after saying that I actually forgot about Titans. I forgot to include Titans in this list. So let me add them into this list right now. So where would I think I'll place Titans below the Flash season 5. I'll place them below the Flash season 5. So Black Lightning, Legends, and Supergirl, they'll be joint fifth now rather than joint fourth. So, and the reason why Titans is fourth because it's a new show. Even though there's a lot of bad press going into it, I'm still intrigued to see, to see what it's like, because just because something does not look good before you see it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not good when you do see it, if that makes sense. So, don't judge a book by its cover. So that's why I'm still, and also we're gonna get a Batman cameo from from what I've heard anyway. So I'm excited for that. We're gonna get, for the first time ever, we're gonna get a live action TV Batman. That's never happened before. So I'm very excited to see that as well.
Yeah. Also adding in, I forgot. I'm really excited for Krypton. I really enjoyed season 1.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, I'm super excited for season 2. So
yeah,
that's like after Titans, probably.
yeah. I researched it. Yeah, I was gonna include Krypton on this list, but it's not coming out until 2019, so that's why I didn't include it in the
Yeah,
list.
that's true, actually.
Yeah. So, so, and speaking of Krypton, wow, this is a good segue. Speaking of Krypton, we got an official image of our big bad for Krypton season 2, which is of course Lobo. So, what do you think about the first look of Lobo in live action for Krypton?
I think he looks really cool. I don't actually think he's the main villain. I think it's still going to be Zod because have you watched season 1?
Yeah, I watched season 1.
The ending, and they're going to obviously have to defeat Zod. I think it's going to be like a joint thing. I think Lobo's more of an anti-hero. If you've seen like the animated, like Superman the animated series and like Justice League the animated series.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't really read him in the comics that much. I just feel like he's less of a villain than say Zod.
Yeah, Lobo. I'll probably say he's more of an anti-hero. I would say. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one because the way this last season ended in Krypton season 1, what was his name again? The guy who came from the future. I can't remember his name again.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Or Zod.
No, not Zod. The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was still stuck in. He was still wandering around what it seemed to be Brainiac's dome, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. For me, I still think that yeah.
You mean Adam?
Yeah. That's him. That's him. I forgot his name. I haven't watched.
I really enjoyed Adam Strange in season 1. Thought he's great.
Yeah. I liked him as well. Yeah. So what do you think about? So what do you think about that? Do you think Krypton is gonna end on a down note, on the destruction of Krypton, with Brainiac actually winning?
No. I think this think like 5 seasons would be a nice bet. Maybe it's a bit extensive, but I don't think they're going to lead up to the destruction of Krypton. I think it will be stopped on a nice note, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I think it will be upbeat rather than the destruction like we are used to. I think they will try and do it differently.
Okay, so, but okay, so okay, let's say that we don't actually see the destruction. Do you think it will still happen though, even off screen? Like even if we don't ever see it in that universe?
Yeah, it will happen in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will happen in the future.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, it has to happen because it has to because of Superman. But yeah. But anyway, like with Krypton, I'm excited for season 2. I like season 1 pretty much, but I don't know. I just for me, it's not a show like I don't know how to explain it. That I just put at the back of my mind, like when I'm watching the CW shows, I feel like yeah, I can't wait for next week to watch the next episode of so and so, or a Marvel Netflix show. I can't wait to binge this show. But for Krypton, for me, it's kind of different. Even though I do like the show and I think it's better than some of the CW shows, I don't know what to call it. But I just find it hard to get hyped for it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's more sort of visceral, more dark, and more. I feel like it, even though it's in space, I feel like it's more grounded than the CW shows.
I don't know. It's just a strange feeling, but yeah, I don't get me wrong, I still like the show. Like I said, I still think it's better than some of the other CW shows. But yeah, so yeah, I was gonna ask what are your predictions for these coming seasons of the shows, but we'll save that to next week. Now I just want to go into the final topic of this week's podcast, which was yesterday we got our first look at the Harley Quinn animated series. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw a bit of it.
Yeah, so what do you think of it? What do you think of the series?
I'm excited for it. I like her in Batman the Animated Series. Obviously, it's a different version that we're gonna see. The animation looks good. It seems more traditional in the animation rather than, I don't know. It seems a bit more like a old-fashioned type thing. In regards to like Batman the Animated Series, it seems very drawn. I think it is all drawn. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't have like real hype like I have for like Titans or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it basically.
Yeah. They're the same with me. Like, and I see that she like, I don't know that she kind of feels like a female Deadpool. Because she was breaking the fourth wall. She even referenced Deadpool in the actual trailer. She was breaking the fourth wall. I know, yes, to me, she just seemed like a female Deadpool. But nonetheless, I'm still, excited for it to see where they take it. But this one was just like a teaser, so you can't say much about it just yet. So we have to wait until an official trailer comes out. But yeah, I just thought, yeah, what we got, the teaser was cool, but I just feel like, yeah, I was getting Deadpool vibes from it. Yeah. But anyway, well, yeah, what were you going to say?
I agree. It just gave me Deadpool vibes. When I first watched it, I didn't know if they're going to include it in the show, but it's the first look, so I suppose it's going to be in it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, but anyway, that wraps up this week's podcast. We're going to be doing it next week. Ben's going to join us next week. I'm going to see if I can get another person on the podcast, hopefully long term. So sound off in the comments down below. What do you think of any of all the topics that we discussed here today? If you've watched Venom already, do you like the movie? Or if you haven't watched it but you know about the bad reviews, are you gonna see it? Like for me personally, okay, before we wrap up, I wanna express something about reviews and determining whether or not you're gonna see a movie. One of my biggest pet peeves is someone, mainly a reviewer, telling someone else to not see a movie just because they didn't like it. I don't like that. I like, for me, it shouldn't bother me, but it does. Like, how do you feel about that issue?
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone should watch the films they want to see. I think everyone should try and watch as many films so you get that breadth and you can see different things. And yeah, I have this thing against a lot of critics, mainly American critics. Actually, UK critics seem to be more professional,
Yeah.
and it seems like a lot of American ones go off piece and give out their like very personal opinions even further. Obviously, a review is your personal opinion,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I feel like it's a bad thing to say. Oh, don't see this film. You
Exactly.
know, oh, just rent it later or something. I think that's a bad thing, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think just go see Venom. It's very fun. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and I would agree 100%. Like, it just annoys me so much. Like, I saw a comment or a tweet yesterday or the day before just saying, don't see it. Why? Just because you saw it, you don't want anyone, it just, people should just make up their own mind themselves whether they like a movie or not. And I get, yeah, they don't want to waste their money, their hard-earned money, on a movie that they may not like. I get that. But still, like, for someone else, like, say for example you're excited for a movie, someone, and then you listen to a reviewer, you watch a bad review of the movie, and then they say that you shouldn't see it, and then you listen to that person, but you were excited to see that movie, so just go and see it. Don't listen. Don't, just because someone else told you to see it, don't listen to them. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, anyway, that was just a mini rant. So yeah, what do you guys think about the topics of today? Share your thoughts down below in the comments. If you like this podcast, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also go subscribe to the DC TV show. I'll leave his link in the description, and I will see you guys later for more videos.